When you're first learning how to sing, and even after you've been singing for a while, it can be very helpful to understand at least a little bit about how the voice works. Now, you don't want to be overly self-conscious about it, but you do want to understand the basic mechanics of singing to help guide you as you're learning to do it yourself. Mechanically, the voice is made up of three basic components. One, the power source, that's the breathing muscles or the exhaling muscles. Two, the vibrator, that's the vocal cords themselves. And three, the resonator, that's the throat and the mouth above the vocal cords. A good way to picture it is to imagine a brass player like a trumpet player. How do they make their sound? By pressing their lips together and blowing air through them, making them vibrate. Now, the resonator for a trumpet player is the trumpet itself, the column of air that focuses the sound energy that's generated by the lips vibrating. So the vocal cords in a singer act like the lips of a trumpet player, and you can picture them as a pair of lips inside of your throat that close when you make a sound. You'll hear them sometimes called vocal folds because they look like little folds of flesh inside of your throat, a lot like lips. So they likewise produce a sound when you squeeze them together and blow air through them, making them vibrate. Ah, ah, ah. The space above your vocal cords in your throat and mouth is like the trumpet itself. Dang it. The space above your vocal cords in your throat and mouth is, like the trumpet, the column of air that focuses the sound produced by your vocal cords. This is the resonator. The power source is, of course, the same for both the singer and the trumpet player. The air that you're squeezing out of your lungs through the closed vibrator. You can imagine a bellows like for a fireplace being squeezed and blowing air up through your throat. Now, most of the time, the weak link in a person's voice will be the vocal cords themselves. We're not used to making loud sounds with our voices in everyday life, so our vocal cords tend not to be strong enough to stay together under pressure, and they blow apart, like, ah! Or they allow extra air to escape, and they produce a weak, breathy tone, ah. Now, this can lead to a bunch of other problems, like the other throat muscles trying to compensate by constricting the throat, or by the leaking air causing irritation and abrasion in your throat. So a big part of training the voice is strengthening the vocal cords to stay firmly together under high pressure. When they become strong enough to do their job under high breath pressure, most of the other vocal troubles disappear. So this is a very basic summary of how the voice works. The entire vocal process is, of course, much more complicated as we go into more detail with various sets of muscles working together in a very complex balance. But this should give you a good basic understanding of vocal mechanics that will help tremendously as you continue to learn how to sing well. The end.